It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They can't hang with us. He's checking. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one is caught by Hunt. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Let's go.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And across midfield it goes into Raven territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check the backer. Ready.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 yards there on the Bengal first. After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
at the 19-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tighten up. Check 52. Switch. Shift. Ready, go.
Here's Foreman.
Run, go.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. Good touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out low. Come on, Hill. Switch it.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Out, 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 out. Rotate, fail, 6-6. Let it go.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They run with Hunt, looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had to tackle. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown for Dave.
Kareem Hunt, his 17th touchdown now on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. Remember the ending. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike Ford, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he turned it into much more.
On 3rd down, Foreman. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Easy work. It's easy work.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. That's flat. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Let's go.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Check.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike 4. 65.
2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 39 yards there, a big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the plate of the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's get off the field.
2nd and 5. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll set up a throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Where's 52? 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Slam, slam, slam. Mike 52, Mike. Pick it up, guys.
Looking to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Same. It's three. Switch.
He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the set. Who's the mic, boys? 52. I got it. Switch.
They run with Taylor. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll drop the throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point safely through, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Ravens 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
SOS. Kill. Ready.
This is Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards.
Let's go.
try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Watch the curl. Chopper.
He's going to get it running right. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Ravens take over. Let's go, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Alert.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check. Mike 52. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
At the 44-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Rock strike. Rush in. Mike 40. Yep. He's coming. Ricky.
2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Tight right. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Slam. Yes!
They'll look to throw here. incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it then. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, D.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll have a first down past the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Come. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? I got you. Check safety.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Focus, defense, focus. Big air. Check. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
He'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This a quick pass to Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our power ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Wide, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. On the punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Go, 3. Hustle.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Check.
On 1st down, Taylor. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
You can't block me. 56. Mike, 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
2nd and 6. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 31-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check the out. Check the out. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You're trash. You're trash.
Tight dog.
Protein spill. Mike's 40.
I smell fear in that offense.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch twist. Delta. Check. Go. 40's a month.
And the blitz does come.
I got you.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
You got 3. 3 down. You go tight. You got tight.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be second and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready. Choose the Pittsburgh. 2. Push him back. Push him back.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Coming. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Back to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Blue Dan. 52 seconds.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Switch out.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I got motion. Go.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
.66. Bullet high. Rip left. Kill. Shift. Set, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here I come.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
He wasn't ready.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
36.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
37-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
2nd and 15. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13.
The score, Bengals 27, Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Yo.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
That's right, baby.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And the Ravens 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a desperation throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready. Hard.
Mike 91. Here we go.
Bang. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.